Welcome back, people. Fat Bloonski's coming at your neck with a build for the new and improved Attunement of Sky subclass for the Warlock. Attunement of Sky is the top tree on the Dawnblade, and it's actually getting a rework at the beginning of Season of Dawn, which is coming very soon. So let me just go over what the changes are really quickly. Now, before we get into it, guys, if you can just leave a like on this video, it lets me know that you guys are enjoying this content. And if you can also hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you guys can get notified when my videos are going live. Alright, now back to it. So the first change we got is a new Celestial Fire melee attack. Send a spiral of 3 explosive solar projectiles. Now we're going to come back to this in a minute, but let me just say that I'm super excited for this. Now the second change is a rework to the perk Heat Rises. Now what Heat Rises does currently in the game is airborne kills recharge your grenade and melee energy. Casting Daybreak instantly refills all your ability energy. Now once the rework comes to this perk, Heat Rises is going to allow us to consume our grenade to extend glide time and dramatically reduce the in-air accuracy penalties for weapons. Now the third change coming to the Attunement of Sky subclass is a rework to the perk Winged Sun. Now what Winged Sun allows us to do currently is fire weapons and throw grenades while gliding. And once the rework comes, the Winged Sun is going to allow us to fire weapons, use Celestial Fire, which is the new melee attack, and throw grenades while gliding. Airborne Final Blows grant melee energy and extend the duration of Heat Rises. Now we're going to come back to this again, but just remember that Airborne Final Blows are going to grant melee energy. Now the fourth and final change to top tree Dawnblade is a rework to the perk Icarus Dash. Now currently Icarus Dash is just a dodge while in midair, but once the rework comes, it's going to be a dodge also while in midair. But dodging in Daybreak accelerates players farther and costs less super energy while under the effects of Heat Rises. And it doesn't say it right here, but Cosmo, which is one of the community managers at Bungie, did state that Icarus Dash can now be activated twice before it goes on cooldown, meaning that you can dodge again, and then it's going to go on cooldown. So 2 charges on the dash, which is amazing. Now let's get on to the build. So this build is going to revolve around using Monte Carlo, Sun Bracers, stacking enhanced momentum transfer mods, enhanced ashes to assets, and High Intellect. Now the reason I went with Monte Carlo is because of the 2 perks that I found on Monte Carlo. The first one being Monte Carlo Method. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill, which will synergize very well with Sun Bracers, but we'll get to them in a minute. Now the second perk on Monte Carlo is Markov Chain. This weapon gains increased damage in melee kills and kills with this weapon. Melee kills grant ammo for this weapon. Now Markov Chain actually stacks up to 5 times being the most damage, and melee kills will actually refill the magazine, which will prevent you from having to reload. Now you can already start to see a little bit of the big picture. Using that ranged melee attack, getting a kill, proccing Markov Chain times 5, and also taking advantage of Monte Carlo, getting your melee back, and just rinse and repeat. It's a very nice cycle. Now on to the second and third most important part of this build is using Sun Bracers while stacking enhanced momentum transfer mods. Now we're using Sun Bracers for this build because of the exotic perk found in them, which is Helium Spirals. Increases the duration of solar grenades. Solar melee kills grant unlimited solar grenade energy for a brief time. And we're also stacking enhanced momentum transfer mods on it because of what the mod actually does, which is causing damage with a grenade greatly reduces your melee cooldown. Now you can already start to see the synergy between all of this. Getting a melee kill to proc Helium Spirals on Sun Bracers, spamming your grenades, and then getting your melee ability back from enhanced momentum transfer. Now let's say that you didn't want to run Monte Carlos. That is completely fine. Because of the rework coming to Winged Sun, Airborne Final Blows grant melee energy, which will allow you to keep getting your melee back as long as you're getting kills while in the air, which will thus allow you to proc Sun Bracers even more. Now the last part to this build is running enhanced ashes to assets, which allows us to gain even more super energy on grenade kills. As you can already see the synergy between this and Sun Bracers, you're going to get that melee kill, proc Sun Bracers, get like unlimited grenades for 5 or 6 seconds, get your melee back because of enhanced momentum transfer, and then also get super energy on each grenade kill. Because you're going to have so many grenades, you're going to get your super back very quickly. Now as for what your base stats should be, I suggest rocking High Intellect, because Intellect is the stat that allows us to decrease the cooldown of our super ability. Now that mixed together with enhanced ashes to assets and Sun Bracers is going to make for a very nice combo and allows us to get our super back very fast. So there you guys have it, a nice little build for the Warlock that's going to be extremely powerful once these changes go through for Season of Dawn. But that'll be it for me, guys. If you guys like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. Now you guys can also follow me on Twitter at @fat_bloonskis, which I will be posting updates when my videos are actually going live. And don't be afraid to check out my other videos, man. There's going to be some popping up on the screen. I have some fun builds, some fun gameplay in there, so go ahead, see it for yourself. But with that being said, guys, deuces.